What's up, it's Chris from Motorcycling Kiwi Style, and the main jets have finally arrived. Recall in the last video when I went through and set up the carburetors, I discovered that there was a missing main jet and also there was a wrong size main jet in there, but the other two were absolutely fine. So there was two 100s, which there should have been as per spec, there was a 60, which I don't know where it come from, and there was a missing one. So the poor wee Bandit just didn't want to know about going properly. So let's have a look. I was just about to take off the float bowls on here and here, and I was thinking, what are these holes here which got threads in them? Have I missed something? Looked into the manual, and apparently they're carburetor heaters, which I think are for overseas models where you ride them in 0- temperatures. And I do know that bikes of the 90s, particularly Kawasaki's, used to have icing issues, and it used to really play up in the carburetors when they were cold. Interesting, but I wonder if there's supposed to be some sort of blanking plug screw in or something like that. I don't know, I have to look into that. Off with the float bowls. Just a little gentle tighten. Enough to keep it seated, but not enough to strip it, and also enough to stop it falling out. Right, that's number 4 done. Oops. Be super careful, don't cross thread these. And we tweak once again. Right. Now if you look at all the float bowls, those ones there are slightly different, and those ones there, I think they're the same. They look the same. It's just number 3 and number 4 slightly different with the offset there of the drain plug. I guess it's to be able to get at it from outside the motorcycle. Anyway, that's the correct order that they go in. So the carb's now all ready to go back into the bike. Now these throttle cables, far out, this is an absolute mission. You just can't get accessory ones here in New Zealand. I've looked and looked and looked. Went to the Suzuki dealer, they wanted $400 Kiwi for the set there, ex-Japan, and it would take quite a while to get there. Just none available in the country. It's just so weird, but not to worry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up some from a kit which involves soldering iron and a cable kit. For now though, I'm going to have a crack at putting them in. Even if I just don't get them connected up today, it'd be good to actually see them all seated in there nicely. Here goes, let's give this a go, eh? Just have to take out these 2 bolts here and here, because there's not a lot of clearance where the carburetor goes in. So pulling these out means that I can push the airbox back and slide the carburetors back in. Quite important, there's just such minimal clearance in there. Okay, D-Day. Take this off first. Flip out the way. As you can see, got access to the airbox now, and it's got a little bit of room. Duff into its position, the clamp, so you can actually get it in when you get the carburetor in there. Nothing worse than having to fish around with these clamps. As you can see, this is where the tricky bit comes in, just wiggling them around just to get them all seated. We'll get there. So after a bit of a struggle, I finally got the front pieces in, finally got the intakes in, and quite a little bit of spray lubricant because they were just being so temperamental. But in hindsight, that's what I should have done in the beginning. So what I'll do next is I'll do up the carburetor on the intake side, over here, all 4 of them. So that way when I put the airbox back on, it won't pop these off again. It's the last thing I really need. That's all 4 carburetors nicely tightened all through there. Next thing now is the airbox. Carburetor's all tightened now. All 4 clamps all done up. Next thing now is to pop the airbox back onto the back of the carburetors. Not too bad, just a little bit of a fiddle. Now just one thing to point out, it is way easier to put the new throttle cables in with the carburetors off, but just for this time I just want to pop them back on. I'll tighten up the clamps first and then put the mounting bolts in, just in case the airbox wants to move. Airbox now bolted straight up again. Throttle position sensor to be plugged in. Nice big click. Right, that's all I do for today. I think the video is more than long enough. The main object was to get the carburetors in and show you if it can be time consuming. It's not too bad, just a little bit of patience, a little bit of wiggling around. I'm thinking, yeah, that airbox probably needs another little bit of a tweak at the back. There's a little bit of a gap there. That's okay, just undo that. Bit of a belt, do it up again. Well, that was a little bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to hear your comments on how you did the carburetors, what are the problems you had, if there's any advice you could offer. It's always good to have a bit of feedback. Tune in next time to hook up all the cables and fuel lines and maybe chuck on the fuel tank and see if it runs. Thanks again for watching. See you next time and ride safe.